What's good, YouTube? I'm Quasar.
And I'm Nova.
We're here at the Primal Pokemon Playground. So today we're going to talk to you guys about all of Ash's Pokemon.
So what he's had from the very beginning to the very end. Well, not really technically.
This isn't the end right now, but this is okay. What he currently has.
What he currently has, yeah.
So right now he's still in the Kalos region. So he has 5. He doesn't even have all 6 Pokemon. So
not yet. Anyway,
we still gotta wait on that.
So his first Pokemon and his main Pokemon is gonna be Pikachu. Obviously, that's kind of standard.
Been with him since day 1. You know.
It's never left his on-hand team.
Yeah.
This is always just gonna stay here.
Yeah. He's
leave.
Always gonna be with Pikachu. So, that's fine. It's his first Pokemon. Whatever.
Next up, he's got Greninja. On his team currently as well. This started as a Froakie from like the first couple of episodes. It was Ash first
was
met him.
one of the starter Pokemon that you could choose.
But he stole
it. No, Froakie decided to follow Ash, and then they just bonded, and then Ash decided to keep him, and now he's a Greninja.
Exactly, an Ash Greninja if it happens. Mm-hmm. But anyway, and then he got Talonflame. I don't remember what episode he caught Fletchling. And
that was like one of the first few episodes, because he always seems to catch like a flying type as like his first Pokemon of the region.
Does that mean he's going to start with a Rowlet?
I have no idea.
Anyway, that's beyond the topic.
But okay, going back to it, and then he has Halucho, which is pretty sweet, fighting, flying.
Yeah, he's got he met him in the Forest Champion or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was pretty cool. He's already a really strong fighter, so he's just been growing with Ash.
Solid team member there. And then of course
Noibat, which is now a Noivern, which hatched from an egg.
Yeah.
I forget what episode he got the egg from or whatever happened there. But all we need to know is to Noibat. Noivern now.
Yeah.
Looks pretty badass. I think this team's actually not bad.
Actually, I think that's probably the first dragon that he had. Oh, wait, no Gibble.
And Goodra.
Second.
Goodra.
He gave Goodra away, so...
True, anyway. But he's 3-type flyings, actually. Yeah. So, wow, that's kind of sad to see. But anyway.
A lot of weakness to Thunder there.
Yeah. So, what we're going to move on. Oh, even he's weak to Thunder too. This team is but that's what Pikachu's for.
Yeah.
But anyway, the next one's ground. But anyway, so that's his on-hand team right now. It looks pretty good.
It's a decent team.
It's an alright team. Starting off with continuing with what Pokemon he has at Professor Oak's laboratory. He's got Bulbasaur,
which is again one of his first Pokemon from the Kanto region.
Yeah. He's got Charizard, but I'm not sure if Charizard is at Professor Oak's
I think he is back at Professor Oak's, training at the Charcific Valley.
Okay, so he's there. He's got Kingler, which is kind of cool. Went from a Krabby. He's got his Muck, which actually is pretty sick.
Yeah.
He's got 30 Tauros that just kind of run around and crush people. Snorlax, man.
Snorlax is a tank. You gotta love him.
Yeah, true.
Heracross is really cool too.
Yeah, he put a lot of pressure in against that Darkrai. Tobias is Darkrai. Then we got Chikorita, which is a Bayleaf now, which is surprisingly not Meganium yet.
Yeah.
But whatever, right?
Why the hell is Bulbasaur still Bulbasaur? He's had him for this beginning of the freaking show.
True. Then he's got Q-Lava. Well, Cyndaquil went to Q-Lava, but that's pretty cool. Which is funny because he didn't actually go in that series. He went in evolved in the Sinnoh series. Mm-hmm. He's got Totodile. I think that's a great picture.
The shiny Noctowl, which is actually really cool.
I think you should get a couple more shinies. Come on.
And some legendaries. Come on, Ash.
Yeah, get off your ass. And then he's got Donphan, which evolved from an egg into a Phanpy.
Yeah.
And then he's got Tailo, which is evolved into Swallow. So it looks pretty cool. That was his flying type for that region.
Yeah, that was the Hoenn region.
Noctowl was in the Johto. Charizard, I guess you can count as the Kanto.
Well, he did get a Pidgeot, which is actually released right now.
Sceptile, which is fucking monster.
one of the tanks fucking took out Tobias's Darkrai.
And then we got Corfish, which it's kind of it's the Kingler of that region.
Yeah. And then we have Torkoal too, which isn't like really anything special,
but it's still cool. Glalie, which would be actually sick if he could get the Mega Evolution.
Yeah, Mega Evolved Glalie. And then Staraptor is actually a pretty good Pokemon too.
Of course, the bird of that region. Mm-hmm. Torterra, probably my favorite grass type.
Yeah, Torterra looks really cool. Then you have Infernape, of course, my favorite starter.
We got Weasel over here, which actually looks pretty badass. I would have liked to see him evolve into Floatzel.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Hopefully that'll happen soon.
Gliscor, kind of alright. Not amazing.
Put in work against Paul, though, you gotta
That's
admit.
True, he did put in work. Gibble, man.
Really cool.
He should have kept Gibble and just raised up to be a Garchomp.
Yeah.
And Pheasant, the Unova's flying type.
Yeah. No, and then all three of the Unova starters, you got Oshawott and then Tepig, which evolved into Pignite and Snivy. Crazy how he goes through the entire region and you only get one evolution out of them. So.
That's true.
And then he has the Scraggy too. That came from an egg.
True. I would have liked to see him evolve as well. That would have been pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Then he's got
Leavanny.
Yeah, that name I can't say. So that's pretty cool. And then Palpitoad
is actually really strong too.
It's kind of Boldor, I would have loved to see him evolve it as well.
Yeah.
And then
Crocodile is pretty sweet, especially with the glasses.
Oh man, I wish mine had glasses.
Yeah, so as you can see, Ash has like a solid lineup of Pokemon.
Yeah, he's for best team. What do you think you could put for the best team? Like obviously that Pikachu and Charizard.
Honestly, like Pikachu, it's been with Ash since day one.
Why is
but
it not
like
level 100?
Yeah,
it loses to a level 5 Snivy.
He takes on Snivy and loses. So like.
Nah, you don't even get it.
I wouldn't even throw Pikachu into mine. Like, if it was my choice, I'd definitely pick Charizard. Charizard's proven himself.
Probably Charizard, Greninja, Noivern. Well, maybe not Noivern right now. Sceptile, obviously.
Sceptile would definitely be in there for sure.
Maybe Infernape is a monster, too.
Yeah, Infernape just puts in work. Heracross, I think, as a bug fighting would be really good.
True. I don't know. I think Staraptor would be pretty useful.
Yeah.
So he's got a
actually Gliscor as a flying and ground too.
That's true. And he's got Snorlax as well.
Yeah.
So he's got a pretty versatile amount of Pokemon you could select
for like a top tier team that he could have. Like if he took those into the Kalos League, he can go far.
Exactly.
But anyways, let's continue on.
So Pokemon he still has, but are currently training. He's got the Squirtle, which is part of the Squirtle squad. Again, also, doesn't he have glasses?
Yeah, that's true.
Pretty badass. He's got 2 Pokemon with glasses. Like, it's pretty badass. And then he's got Primeape. Yeah, Primeape.
Which, are we ever even going to see Primeape again?
Yo, I want to see him come back and just, like one shots, like, Tobias's Darkrai.
It better be that strong if he's been gone for this many episodes. Like,
exactly.
Come on.
Yo, this guy should be level like 10,000 by now.
Yeah.
Anyway, so for Pokemon he's released,
Butterfree, because it was in love with the pink Butterfree.
Yo, that shiny Butterfree, man.
Follow your heart.
This thing probably has shiny babies by now.
Yeah, that's true.
Pidgeot, he released as well. It was a Pidgeotto, but
it was used to protect all the other Pidgey from the Fearow.
So he left him to protect them.
Mm-hmm. Lapras, which helped Ash throughout the entire Orange Island series.
Yeah, which he found and gave it to
Found his family again, so Ash released Lapras back to his family, which, makes sense. It's a good thing to do. You can't just be like, no, Lapras is mine now.
Yeah, exactly. And then you got Goodra, which is pretty cool. He started off as like a little Goomy.
Yeah, a weak little Goomy.
And worked his way up to that big monster.
Mm-hmm.
And then for stuff he traded away. He traded away Eradicate. Now he traded originally his Butterfree for the Eradicate, But
and then he realized, you know what, that was shit.
Yeah.
I'm trading back.
I would have kept Eradicate. Anyway. But anyway. And then he traded his Ampom.
Apom for Weasel.
For Weasel, yeah. Beedrill, honestly, I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't remember. That was like really early on.
He
just gave it away. He didn't even trade for it.
He just kind of gave it to a guy.
Yeah.
And then for stuff, he caught a Haunter.
Well, it wasn't like officially caught. Haunter agreed to go with Ash in order to defeat Sabrina.
Exactly. That's true.
Like, watch that episode. It's really stupid.
Yeah.
Haunter just shows up, makes stupid faces. Sabrina laughs. The judge says Sabrina's unable to battle because she's laughing. So Ash wins.
And then she like releases Brock and Misty from being dolls and her parents from being dolls. So I think something's not right there.
Yeah.
That was fucked up.
There's some really fucked up shit in the Pokemon world, guys.
Exactly, yeah.
And then Ash found an egg which evolved into Larvitar, but again, like never
Lapras
caught it.
But like Lapras, he found its family and returned it to him.
Gave him, yeah. So
overall, he's a versatile amount of Pokemon. I mean, he's had how many? I think he's only had one Ghost type. Yeah. Yeah. Types he hasn't had though. What type do you think he hasn't have? Steel.
I don't think he's had a Steel yet. Yeah, no Steel type.
No Steels. He's had a couple of Dragons. He's got a couple of fighting types.
Yeah.
For stuff.
Well, fairies now.
Oh, true. What's fairy? Oh, he doesn't have a fairy yet.
Yeah, definitely.
So, no. So he hasn't had. He's had a couple. He's missing a couple different types.
Yeah.
He's got dark. He has a psychic. He's had a psychic, right?
Actually, I don't even think he has any psychic.
No, he does have not. No, he hasn't had a psychic yet.
No.
So psychic, nope. Steel, no. Fairy, no.
Ghost.
He's had a Ghost Haunter, but technically.
Yeah, but that's not like official, so.
Not technically.
Yeah.
But no, he's had a variety of types though. So actually, if he was to get Hone Edge, that would be cover two of the three.
Mm-hmm.
So that'd be pretty smart. But overall, Ash has a pretty good amount of Pokemon.
Yeah, he has a solid lineup. We're hoping to see him catch a few more in this region, and then of course looking forward to the next region too, where hopefully he'll catch a lot.
Yeah. We want to hear your thoughts. Out of all these Pokemon he's had, what's the best lineup? Team? What's the best team you could put together for this?
And why?
And why? Like, give reasons for each of the Pokemon, not just be like, it's this typing and that good because that. Mm-hmm. Like, give good reasons, good examples. But if not, if you don't want it, that's fine. We just want to hear your list.
Yeah, so let us know in the comment section below.
Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time.
It's a whole new world we live in.